Welcome back to TIW on Tap, everyone. I am Mason,
I'm Danny.
aka Big Sexy, and we host TIW on Tap, this podcast right here where we interview locals, historians, and musicians that come through the building. And this week we have Jacob Kosker on the show, who hosts the 5 and 13 stacked trail race. Such a tongue twister that is. I have a hard time with that. This is take 2. But so we have him on the show to talk about that. But first off, we want to go into some detail about what is going on here at the Ironworks this weekend. I'm really excited, Danny, because Friday is my thing, you know.
Are you getting on the stage? Are you getting up there?
I am.
Boy.
We've been texting about it. So we have emo night coming this Friday, hosted by Count the Years. They play from 7:30 to 10:30. It is 21 plus, and there's a $10 cover charge at the door. But I will tell you what, if you are into punk or emo music, they're great. You do not want to miss it. It is a really fun show. They do anything from Blink-182, Paramore, All Time Low, all of the hits. It is a lot of fun, and yes, I will be getting on stage.
I remember the first time you were on stage. It was at the end of the first emu night show.
Danny loves to call it emu night.
What is it? Emo?
Emo, yeah.
Emo, whatever. I don't know. So when Bob got you on stage that night, and everybody was leaving, and you started singing, and they all ran back to the stage, and it was awesome. And yeah, you killed it, man. So I can't wait for that show, and it'll be a fun night. And
it's going to be fantastic. So guys, if you are in the area, you need to stop here on Friday because it is a lot of fun. And Saturday, we have the Barstool Open coming through the building. Yeah. We got, I at least think we've already started our hole. My dad is building our putt-putt golf course hole for that. If you don't know about, hit my mic. If you don't know about the Barstool Open, it is raising money for boosters of Camp Cadet. It is run by Cindy Schick. So it's a great fundraiser. You can register a team still, I believe. And I'll put some information on the screen right now where you can register your team. But basically, you were going to go around to 8 to 12 different bars, somewhere in that meter there.
Yeah.
And you're going to play a hole of putt-putt golf at every single bar. And you take a scorecard around. And we have the scorecard pickup here at the Titusville Iron Works at 11 a.m. to noon. So you'll start here and you'll end here because we have the Black Widow after party, and that is free to attend for everyone. You do not have to be involved in the Barstool Open to enjoy that show, but it is 21 plus, just a heads up. But that should be a lot of fun. But we do definitely encourage you to get involved in the Barstool Open because that is going to be just a great day, and it's for a great cause. And if you do the Barstool Open, you can check out the Drake because they are involved. They're gonna have their opening day for that, I believe.
Are they?
So yeah, they will be open, and I don't think it's their official opening day, but they are on the list of bars that you're gonna stop at, so you can stop and check that out too. So that's all the more reason to get involved with this event.
Yeah, that's very exciting. New bar and restaurant coming into town, the Drake's Grill, and but there's also all the information will be on the
There's a lot of people in town involved in this, so it's a great thing to check out. But I will tell you, I'm very excited to check out the Drake. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it, and it'll be fun. I can't wait to see your dad's hole.
Yeah,
I hope it's the clown off Happy Gilmore.
I don't even know what it is. I have not seen it. I have no idea. So who knows what he's going to come up with? It'll be something cool, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And then Sunday. Our Sunday Fun Days.
It's the best day of the week now.
It is.
Sunday Fun Days are a blast.
They are.
Especially good weather, sit outside, enjoy yourself, great music, good food trucks, and we got Clifford's Hot Dog House coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So come down and get a foot long. And
yeah, their menu looks crazy. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. I can't wait to try it. All of the food trucks we've had so far this year have been absolutely incredible. I'm loving trying some different stuff that you don't normally have the opportunity to try in Titusville. So that's another, just why wouldn't you come down and try some awesome food, right? But yeah, our Sunday Fun Days, we are now 2 for 2 for staying open past 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I don't last that long. Yeah.
We put the hurtin' on Big Sexy on Sundays.
Nah, that's all right. But we have fun, though.
It's so much fun. And Be the Star Karaoke hosts their open mic / karaoke. They just started doing that for us this year. We were hosting it on our own last year, but we wanted to bring in some karaoke and open up the mic to some people that may not have a guitar with them or another instrument. So now you can do karaoke alongside of people bringing in guitars. We've had some comedians this year. We've had someone reading poetry. You know, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it was pretty good too. I was really
cool.
happy with it. You know, it's a lot of fun. So it's just a different day of entertainment. It is so relaxing and a lot of fun. So you guys are going to want to make it down on Sunday. Just know we're doing it all the way through September. So just get used to coming here on Sundays. It's perfect.
Yep, we open from 12 to 6, but it lasts longer, so.
Yeah, I don't even know why we put the 6 o'clock end time on it because we never shut at 6, but we do it anyway, you know. So 12 till you guys leave, basically. It is fun. So anyway, that is what's going on here at the Iron Works this weekend. I just want to give a really quick shout out to next week. We have Lucero coming through the building. That is on a Thursday. It's a little off of our usual schedule, but there are tickets available for that show, which you can get on TitusvilleIronWorks.com, but they're selling super quick. I would get them immediately. I would not hold off on getting those tickets.
Yeah, it's a way to kick off the Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people usually take that Friday off, and we'll have fun doing it. And
yes, and there is one more thing I need to mention, which I'm going to cut in to the episode right here because I forgot I was supposed to mention this. I'll cut it in super quick, and then we're getting to Jacob. We have a small business lunch and learn event here on Tuesday, May 21st. This pop-up is open to everyone. It is from 11 to 1 p.m. So make sure you stop out for that. Lunch and learn, everyone. It's going to be awesome. And I'll be here, so stop in and say hey to me. Other than that, let's get into Jacob. All right, everyone. We want to give a big warm welcome to Jacob Kosker. Jacob, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm a local I live in Seneca, and I'm a race director with the Will Creek on 5 and 13 stack trail races that's happening this Saturday.
And we are really, really excited to have that race registration here at the Titusville Iron Works. And we want to get into that a bit, let people know a bit about the race, where they can register, some information about that. So why don't we start off by you telling us a little bit about what the 5 and 13 stacked trail races are. It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah,
and,
it is a mouthful. Okay, so this race has kind of been an evolution because it goes back probably about 10 years ago. It was originally a fundraiser for the Drakewell Museum and Park. And the original reason that it was a fundraiser, that had sort of dried up and changed. And then right around when COVID happened, the race sort of needed to find a new meaning. And I approached a local man who had been in charge of it. He does an excellent job with the races, Adam Peterson. And he had been doing the Drakewell marathon for a number of years as well. And I said, hey, can I jump in and do something with this? See what we can do. And he said, yeah, by all means, let's, and I jumped in with a few months, and back in, well, it would have been 2022 in the winter. We said, let's get something going. And we kind of rushed in, and we turned it into, there were two races that happened essentially at the same time with a slightly staggered start. And it's a 5-mile race and a 13-mile. These are both trail races. And but I said, well, let's try something different, though. And kind of inspired by a few other races that I've been familiar with, I said, let's try doing something where it's sort of like a staged kind of event, where if you want to, you can run both of those races. And there's sort of an extra prize if you can finish both of those consecutively. Or if you want, you try one of them.
That's actually awesome. And I know you did the registration for this here last year as well. And I'm curious, have you seen much growth from last year to this year? And what are your plans for continuing the race in the future?
So the first 2 years we hit pretty good with a lot of people coming and trying it out. And I'd say we've had close to, oh boy, a ballpark figure, 150 to 170 runners. I may be off by a little bit, with about 35 to 40 of them that will run both races. And we, the early race registration, well, I should say the early packet pickup, when you get your bib, you get your t-shirt that you ordered. We do that at the Iron Works. This will be the third year now in a row them partnering with us. We're going to be there from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock p.m. on Friday. And it's a great time actually for racers to come. It turned out way better than I realized, because it's the end of a busy, stressful week for everyone, including me and my family and everyone else involved with organizing the race. But it's great. We arrive on Friday, and it's a chance to chat without any stress before the race. We talk about how the race has gone before, why people like to come back. We have a drink, maybe something to eat, and just kind of have that little bit of downtime before the next day rolls around and everything's too busy to catch up and make any chit chat in the morning.
Yeah. Jake, this all starts at Drake Well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we call it the Oil Creek Stack Trail Races, and the majority of it takes place on the trails that are in Oil Creek State Park, but it does begin at Drake Well.
Okay.
And part of that, whenever we changed the name a couple years ago, and part of that was to brand it, to kind of gain the Oil Creek trails and what people know those are for. That was kind of piggyback off of that, so that it would gain a little bit more notice whenever people see that come across their feed, and some opportunity for a race.
Now, I know we've talked to a bunch of people now. I think this is probably our 9th episode, right?
Yeah.
And I think about, in every single one of them, we have mentioned how cool those trails are at Oil Creek State Park. It is such a amazing thing to have around this area, and I did not realize how many people have utilized those for planned races. Obviously, people go out on their own every single day and use them, but there are a lot of races that you can go and get involved in. Are you trying to do this around the same time every single year, so people that hear about this now this year could plan to join up with you next year?
Yeah, we have kept it the same race format almost since inception of the early races. The races previously, it was called Meet You in 5.5, and we haven't changed it since then. So it'll always be the weekend before Memorial Weekend,
Cool.
as it stands, unless there's some other major conflict. So that's when it will always fall.
Like we had mentioned, the registration is here at the Titusville Iron Works this Friday from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So if you are showing up from the race, just know you are going to meet Jacob outside in our outdoor bays right on our patio. We're going to have the outdoor bar open for you guys, so you guys can get a drink, you get some food. It's going to be really enjoyable. And if you like emo punk music, we have an emo night that night. So I know you got a race in the morning, but if you're feeling a little bit crazy, you could stop in and check out some of that music before you have to go run 5 or 13 miles. Jacob, so you're getting here right at 5. Is there anything you want people to know about the registration that they should be looking out for?
Most of them will be regulars coming back, and some locals. We have a few giveaways that we'll be doing just as another incentive to get people to kind of show up early. We have some, they're embroidered socks from our race, that the company that produces the socks. It's My Custom Socks. We have a whole bunch of those they sort of gave us as a promo of odds and ends from other races. And we'll have a box of those, and anybody, and then a little bit of leftover swag from previous races that will be given away just because of an incentive. We want to get people to come and pick up their race bibs and everything the night before. It lessens the amount of rushing around on the morning of during registration.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for stopping on. Is there anything else you want to go ahead and mention, maybe about the race or anything else?
The weather's looking like a typical May. A little bit of chance of rain. It looks be in the 60s or maybe 70 degrees. That's a standard for race day. It might actually be the nicest weather we've had. We've
Yeah.
had super rainy last year, super warm the previous year, and now this year we've ramped up. We've got a lot more volunteers on the course.
Awesome.
We had a few more newbies on the course than previously expected, and then there were just a few things that led to a few people getting off route last year, and a little bit of scuttling to try and figure out where they were. And so we've really buttoned up the course and marked it better so that really we can avoid that for everyone's sake. We want everyone to have a good experience, but we're hoping to get a lot of fast runners out there. I've got a couple guys that I know are going to be return some really fast runners going for some top records. We literally are going to have we take some old LPs records and we have their course records written on them. And if somebody comes across and they establish a new record, we're going to break that record and write them a new one. And we'll have those
cool.
out at the registration. So they'll get a chance to look at those records and kind of talk about some of those times. And
very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had mentioned some people getting off course. You wouldn't want Danny and I out there on that on the trails. We'd be getting lost all over the place. So.
Jacob, running is not my specialty, buddy.
No. Well, we'd love to have you stop by if you want to come see what it's all about. Come by on race day. If you 8:30 in the morning is when I should tell them anybody who doesn't know about this race, the 5 mile starts at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
The 13-mile half marathon starts at 8:30. So they have 90 minutes exactly for those people who signed up for both. They've got to get right back in line and then start off on the next one again.
Right.
So for anybody who's interested, if you want to be over there at 8:30, it's an interesting time. You've got people coming in and then another group of people taking off again. And
I'll have to try to stop down on Saturday. That sounds like a good time. And to anyone racing, if you're looking for something to do after the race, we are open until 11 p.m. tomorrow or on Saturday night. And we have Black Widow performing from 7 to 10:30, and that is free to attend. So your racers can come out, hang out. Jacob, maybe we hope to see you stop in maybe after the race.
I probably will. I will. My family might go home and sleep, but I might kind of drag on the day and enjoy some entertainment. I appreciate it.
Jacob, do you have a website or a Facebook page we can link the people to?
Yeah, so there's two things. There's the Oil Creek 5 and 13 stacked trail races. You just type in those words, Facebook, and that'll be to our page where we post a lot of updates, pictures, and things. We did establish an event site. It's a kind of like a sub page on the Drakewell Museum site, and that one is kind of the direct link. It's like the home for the race this year, and eventually we'll develop it more to have more photographs, some of those top records showing there, but there's a direct race registration link right on that site as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you again so much for stopping in and talking to us today. We are very excited. I will see you Friday morning, or
right.
Friday afternoon rather, probably.
Yeah.
But can't wait, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just a reminder to everyone watching the show today, we are open this Friday for Emo Night. This Saturday is the Barstool Open, and we are hosting the Black Widow after party for that. And anybody in town or out of town can attend for free. It is 21 plus both of those days. And Sunday is our Sunday Fun Day open mic. And who is the food truck again? Is it Clifford's Hot Dog House?
Yep, Clifford's Hot Dog House.
So they will be here this Sunday, and we have that open mic karaoke hosted by Be the Star Karaoke, like always, every single Sunday. So, guys, thank you again so much for watching. And, Jacob, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thanks for coming on,
see you on
Jake.
Friday and Saturday, guys. Thank you.